Hi, everybody, and happy Labor Day. I haven't made any videos in a while. Well, actually, yeah, it has been a while. I was so sick last week with the worst cold that I ever had. And a week later, it's still not over. But I actually lost my voice for 3 days. And being me, it was so hard to not have a voice, but my husband was thrilled, as were many people that I know. So now that I have my voice back, I'm sure those people who were so happy are going to be so sad at this point. But I do have a lot to say, and I have a couple of videos to make. The first thing that I want to talk about is a powder that's been around for years. And a lot of, I guess, like younger or a lot of people in the beauty guru makeup community or whatever it is are comparing this to Laura Mercier. Now, personally, I would never spend $40 on a powder because I don't think that any powder is worth 40 bucks, but that's just me. Um, but the second thing is they're saying, like, so many people are saying that this powder, which happens to be Coty AirSpun powder, um, due to the high cost of cosmetics and the high and rising cost of everything, this AirSpun has managed to still come in at under $6. I think I paid five and change for it at Walmart. And I think it's the same price that I spent like 30 or 40 years ago when I used this as a younger woman. But before I talk about the qualities of this product, I want to talk about the scent. So many people have said that this smells like old lady. Okay, I am an old lady, and I can tell you, I've sniffed this thing a million times, and it doesn't smell anything like the way that I smell. Um, in the summer, I smell like Fragonard's Fleur d'Oranger because I love the scent of orange blossom. In the spring and in the fall, I smell like Guerlain's La Petite Robe Noire because I love the scent of the cherry perfume that it has, and it's a beautiful scent for spring and fall. And in the throes of winter, my scent is Guerlain's Leston. It's a warm, earthy scent, and it's perfect for the winter. And I've been wearing it for about 14 years, or I think whenever it came out, maybe it was 13 years or whatever. Um, so I don't smell anything under my arms except Suave deodorant. Um, I don't smell anything on my hair because I am wearing a wig, and Aesthetica's wigs, especially my favorite Jameson, really doesn't have an odor. Um, I brushed my teeth, so like I don't smell. And as far as my lady parts go, I shower or bathe every day, so I smell pretty good, especially in those parts, if you know what I mean. So, can anybody tell me what old lady actually smells like? When I was little, my grandmother used to have a purse, and her purse smelled like Lifesavers, peppermint Lifesavers, because she carried them all the time. But she didn't smell. If anything, the kitchen always smelled of tea brewing and Drake's pound cake. because that's what she would like to have in the afternoon. She would have her tea because she was from Ireland. She would have her tea from what she called the kettle, and she would have her little slicey of Drake's pound cake. And that's what things smelled like. So I really need to know, what does old lady smell like? I've been in people's homes where some of their closets smell like mothballs, but that's kind of not an old smell or a young smell. It's just a smell to guarantee against moths eating your clothes. So I really want to know, just what is old lady smell? Because this shit smells nothing like old lady. Or rather, old lady smells nothing like this. So let's go on to AirSpun. Now, I have extremely dry skin, as do many women my age. And I just think drier skin comes with part of aging. And I have definitely shied away from using powder because I don't want it to look cakey. But I decided to give this loose powder another chance just because I work all day and I do not bring any cosmetics to the office with me because my thing is, I'm lazy. And once I put my makeup on in the morning, it's there for the day. I am not doing anything to touch up. If I touch up anything, it's just to put like sheer lip gloss on or chapstick. That's it. I will not do anything. If my mascara starts running, I will just take my hand and use spit, clean it off. That's it. I mean, I am the epitome of laziness. But anyway, I do like wearing mascara on my bottom lashes. So I figured, you know what? Maybe I will give powder a second chance. So I ran to Walmart and I picked this up. And instead of like baking, because trust me, I am not putting all that powder on my face, I decided to just use this as a setting powder. And it actually does the job if you keep it light. What I've started to do is I will put concealer underneath my eyes, and I will apply the concealer either with a brush or with a beauty blender. Hold on. Chippy just took the top off of this brush canister, which I will get to later. But I'll put the concealer on, and I'm sorry, not with a beauty blender, but with the Real Techniques blending brush, blending sponge. And then I'll let things just dry. And then I'll take the powder and I'll take the sponge that comes with it. Well, not the sponge, but the puff. And I'll fold the puff in half like this. Then I'll take it and just roll it and roll it and roll it over the area where I put the concealer. And I will wait a couple of minutes. Then I'll take this brush. This is a brush by It Cosmetics that I purchased. And I really do like their brushes. I think their brushes are excellent. And you can always get a good deal on them off of QVC. Then after the powder sets, I'll just brush it off with this brush. And since I do put a very light application, it doesn't look cakey. Yeah, I have wrinkles. Yeah, I have lines, but what do you expect? I'm 63 years old. And if people are my age and think that they're not going to have lines, then they are living in a very delusional world, because there's no way that you're going to be in your 60s and you are not going to have wrinkles. I'm talking for the average person. This isn't for the person that has fillers or the person who has Botox or the person who was lucky enough to afford a facelift. I'm talking about the average woman who is over 50 or over 60. But anyway, here's a close up, and it looks pretty decent. So I have to tell you, I am a fan of this Coty AirSpun. In this, you get 2.3 ounces, and I honestly think that for the price, this is the translucent extra coverage. And I think the translucent is a very non-color great color because it blends right in with your skin and it actually brightens a bit. So that's a pretty good thing. But after a while, the scent dissipates. It doesn't last. I mean, I'm not going to lie, there definitely is a scent, but I don't think the scent is that bad. I've smelled worse things coming out of babies' diapers. I've smelled worse when I take my dog out to do his thing. So this really doesn't smell that bad unless you are really, really sensitive to scents. So that's about it. That's my take on Airspun. I think it's very mature, skin friendly. I don't find the scent offensive, but what I do find offensive is when people say that things smell like old lady. Um, but I don't walk into a party where there's a room full of weed and say, oh, this smells like young person, right? I don't walk into a gas station and say, oh, this smells like grease. This smells like auto mechanic. So you know what? Don't say that something smells like old people because old people don't have any particular scent. That's it. Bye. If you like this, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. I will be back later to talk some more and have a great day. Bye.